More than a century has passed since the alleged killing of the outlaw Billy the Kid. Regardless of which position a researcher assumes on the matter, absolute proof of what actually occurred that night in 1881, what transpired during the days leading up to it, and the subsequent inquest and burial does not exist. Despite what most history books contend, there is a strong possibility that the outlaw known as Billy the Kid was not shot by Sheriff Pat Garrett on the night of July 14, 1881, in Fort Sumner, New Mexico. The notion that the kid was killed, one supported by some legitimate historians as well as a host of lawmen and outlaw enthusiasts, relies on evidence that does not hold up under thorough logical analysis. The greatest portion of this evidence is based on the word of Pat Garrett as presented in his book, The Authentic Life of Billy the Kid, a book that has been characterized by researchers such as Frederick Nolan and Leon Metz as filled with errors, misinterpretations, and blatant lies. Conversely, the evidence that Billy the Kid survived that dark night in Fort Sumner and went on to live a long, though not necessarily happy life, is plentiful, provocative, and compelling. One important part of it is based on science, a statistically significant photo comparison employed by the world's foremost law enforcement agencies, and rigorous research that uncovered overlooked and ignored information. This evidence leads to conclusions that depart dramatically from the historical status quo, which is based largely on the discredited word of Pat Garrett. Curious and captivating evidence exists to support the notion that the famous outlaw may have survived for nearly 7 decades following his reported death at the hands of Garrett. A quiet, elderly man living under an alias in a small Texas town was discovered accidentally by a paralegal caseworker during the routine handling of an estate settlement in 1948. Armed with information obtained from an acquaintance of the man, the paralegal asked if he was, in fact, the outlaw known as Billy the Kid. The old man initially denied it, admitting only his real name, William Henry Roberts.